There we go. Well, that's nice. Me too. Okay, cool. That's muted. Yo! How's it going? What have you been playing, Sardin? Anything good? Total War Warhammer. Never played any of the Warhammer games. I did have one that I got for late PC, but that's just because I picked up for like $1. But it's literally just a strategy game, isn't it? It's like StarCraft, World of Warcraft. Cord stuck on my chair. Would not come loose. Try to at least get one more person in, and then we can start talking shop. So if there's anyone else watching, please feel free to join the chat. Turn that a bit on a bit. Yep, it's Persona for sure. Cool. I figured Nerder would be on. He seemed pretty excited for it. But now he's nowhere around. I think he wants to talk about Adventures in Game though. So, he might not come until a little bit later. But if we don't really have anyone else. It's kind of sleep to continue. Have you been keeping up with like video game news at all?
It's now or never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or just to fulfill my mission?
That remix Persona stuff by for the so Dancing Game too.
I'm good at the balance, but I'm finding always just itch now. Move quick, all my life is over. One strike just a pain, then I'm out of his field of vision.
Our control says we have 2 viewers right now.
Don't ask, I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike them down now. I just saw the new stars. There's no time for endless.
Okay, let us know. We'll get started.
I'm living in a twilight. The last is in a lost head. When I hop on new beginnings, burn out the
You still there, Saradin? Beyond silence. The lag on the video is quite significant, surprisingly. Katana Zero. No, I haven't heard anything about Katana Zero or seen anything about Katana Zero. Check it out real quick, I guess, while waiting for people to show up. Come on, YouTube. You know I'm like streaming at the same time, but work from here.
About buying a new house. Is that obvious? Yes, it is. Or maybe you worry less if you got Geico to help with homeowners insurance. Didn't know Geico loves it.
What? What just fucking happened? Katana Zero. Can I... Okay. Katana Zero. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That's kind of like the samurai version of Miami Vice. Interesting, I guess. So you guys slow down time feature. Jeez. Was there a time stop? I didn't see a time stop. All I saw was the basically like him sliding around, moving faster than time, I guess. Oh, anyways, looks interesting. Very indie. Very indie. Apparently, Bloodstained Ritual of Night runs through a lot of loose because like whenever people were seeing the video for it, they thought the graphics looked way too fucking dated, so they ended up like redoing it graphically to like make it more modern before release, and that's why it ended up like getting pushed back so far. Oh, we finally got like an official date for it. Alright, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and start up because we've been streaming for, 11 minutes now, so at this point, fuck it. Oh, end up liking what? The trailer I saw for it? It looks interesting, but I don't know, I mean, it depends on a lot of things, which probably aren't gonna happen, like if it gets a physical release, probably not gonna ever happen for that game. It's a little bit too indie. If it would be on the PlayStation 4 and how cheap it would be being an indie game. And what else is coming out at the time, so. Anyways, we're gonna get into the shit now. And speaking of shit, first subject we're gonna talk about was the PlayStation. PlayStation becoming just a straight shit show at the moment. Like, they've got like these horrible fucking censorship policies that now make them the most censored gaming platform available, while Nintendo has like real fucking games coming out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that the indie stuff is the best stuff. And I mean, it's not necessarily that the indie stuff is the best stuff, it's just they're the only ones releasing fucking games that work. And it's a problem. Well, no, they're not the only ones, I wouldn't say. PlayStation's, like everything PlayStation supports, at least works. And they support like quite a bit of good games, so I mean, that's why it's sad to see like this censorship thing, bullshit happening with fucking PlayStation. Like, even some of the ways that they are censoring it, like, makes it look significantly worse. Like, you know, the people are like, makes it look like the people are naked, and they're not. They're just like wearing underwear or wearing a, you know, bikini or something like that. It's fucking insane. Absolutely insane how stupid it is. Because like nothing should ever be fucking censored. Nothing should be censored. Because if you don't want to see that shit, you're probably not gonna buy that shit. So just ever fucking censor anything. I don't know how we can live in 2019 and people are trying to censor shit. It just makes no fucking sense, right? Have the ESRB. They're there to give ratings. If parents aren't paying attention to that, then that's their fucking problem. I guess it's possible, but there's nothing going on over there, so. Other thing I wanted to talk about was, GameStop. Apparently GameStop's been failing a whole lot lately. People are predicting like they're shut down like any fucking day right now. And I mean, I have to admit, like, I kind of see where they're coming from. Like, I didn't realize GameStop was doing so bad until I eventually heard that they like were like trying to sell the company and like were trying to sell it for 2 years straight and couldn't get anybody to buy it. They couldn't get anybody to buy the company. Like, nobody wanted it. And I mean, you can kind of see why. Selling the fucking toys and stuff there, it doesn't make any sense. I know they bought Big Geek and they wanted to do something with that, so basically they have all these stupid toys and shit in there. I mean, it shouldn't be a dead business model. It's just they do some of the stupidest fucking things, like selling the toys, selling the figures, paying money for that shit. Like, it was just an announcement, like here recently, on Facebook that had made fun of and it was because they were selling Crunchyroll subscription cards. It's like, okay, a subscription to an online thing that you watch online, you need internet access to even enter in, why would you not just pay for it with your credit card instead of buying the subscription, like, physical card and then entering in a code? Like, that doesn't make any sense for Crunchyroll. Like, nobody's gonna start watching Crunchyroll now because they can get a physical code for it. And so, like, I basically made fun of them for that. Is that, like, I was reading up on GameStop Billing, and I was thinking, how is GameStop Billing? I'm giving them so much of my money. And then I see, stupid shit like that. And so then, of course, GameStop fanboys came to jump to their defense. And, that's just... It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. Because I fucking love GameStop, and I'm not gonna defend stupid shit that they do. I love PlayStation, I don't defend stupid shit they do. Like, you can't just defend the stupidity of people, or else they're just gonna keep being fucking stupid. Like, if I do something stupid, I would like someone to tell me, hey, maybe you should fucking think twice about that. Just really disappointing that people really just want to, like, lay into their stupidity. That... more of a service. That's the thing, like, GameStop is, like, really the best place to shop for games, even, like, retro. Like, if they just took out the fucking toys, that's how I think they could fix this up. They just take out the fucking toys, and they only sell used games. And they have, like, one store for modern used stuff, where they also can sell accessories for games, and then one that sells more retro stuff used. Because, like, GameStop has, like, the best prices. So, I mean, there was just good places to get games, and you could, GameStop makes all the fucking money from it, and then GameStop, continues to expand their business through it. It would be fine. It would work. Completely. Offering places to have tournaments. So they used to do that for free at, like, Hastings and stuff, and they still do that, like, a lot of the shops, which is usually where people go to for that stuff. But it would be kind of nice to see them doing something like maybe like that, like having tournaments at their stores and stuff, with, like, earning a free copy of the game, like, basically, like, on launch day, have a tournament where nobody's played the game, and everybody can play it before buying it, and whoever wins the tournament would get a free copy on launch, like, at midnight that night. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Oh yeah, GameStop's always busy, like, people are always coming in there. But, like, people are saying that the reason that GameStop is filling is because everything's going digital, and I don't see that at all. But, yeah. Just, poor GameStop. I mean, I say poor GameStop, but I mean, they're fucking, obviously, whoever's in charge did it to themselves. Yeah. Hastings was just a fucking problem child to begin with. It was alright for a while, and, like, it was nice if you went to go buy a new movie, because I feel like it was, cheaper the day that the movie came out, but it's just their prices, especially towards the end, were fucking ridiculous. Like, I went to, like, the closing sale, and there was, like, 50% off of all games, and even looking at the games with 50% off of them, it was cheaper to go to fucking GameStop and get them, so why were you gonna pay Hastings that much? Just because they're going out of business and they need the money? Fuck that. You're stupid. Another thing I want to talk about was the PlayStation 5. I don't know if you've heard, like, anything about that. PlayStation's kind of just giving a little bit of info out on things. Not too much. Basically, that it was going to be able to run in 8K, which, I mean, no one's going to be able to fucking use. I did, like, the coffee places that we usually in the Hastings. It's also, PlayStation 5 is also going to have ray tracing, which is, like, a huge deal that everyone's talking about, like, super obsessed with. And then, lastly, it's going to be backwards compatible with PS4 games. Which is nice, but I really wish it was backwards compatible with all PlayStation systems. Like, even just give me like an emulator that you pay $10 for, and I'll pay it to play my PlayStation 1 games on my PS5. All about that. But there is talks that the PlayStation 5 is actually just going to be $500 on launch, which is or like I think it's like less than 500 somehow. It sounded super weird. But it's also kind of funny that PlayStation 5 is like, announced / coming out in the nearish future, because Xbox has no fucking plans. I think they even announced they would not make another console, even though they did just kind of release what we're calling the dickless Xbox. It's an Xbox One that has no fucking no disk drive, and like on Inside Gaming, I think they like actually opened it up and it's literally just an Xbox that they didn't include the fucking hard drive reader into. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about the ROMs so much. Like, I have PlayStation and PS2 games and PS3 games, and I love to play them and stream them. But, without the PS5 being actually legitimately backwards compatible. I was saying, like, if they had, like, on the PlayStation Store, like, you could buy a PlayStation emulator or a PS2 emulator and play all those games, I would do that. I'd do that in fucking heartbeat. And Microsoft's pretty much done, I feel like. Which is a little bit sad, but I don't know, because I always keep getting like mixed messages basically from Microsoft. Like, I heard they were doing, they're doing a lot of work for like handicapped and people who are unable to just play, which is pretty cool. I like that, but like they just have no fucking exclusives. They've never had a single exclusive for their fucking console that's been going for 10 years. They have no plans to make any new games. They literally, whenever asked about it, said, well, other people are making games, so why are we gonna make games? It's like, I don't know, so people might want to buy your fucking console for some reason? they have no clue what they're doing. And it's a little bit sad. Although I did hear recently that they were buying up some big groups and telling them, like, what a game you want to make. And like people were asking, like, well, what's our budget look like? And Microsoft was like, no, we're Microsoft. What game do you want to make? And that sounds fucking amazing. I would love to see a product of that, but I mean, whenever the Xbox One was first coming out, we were hearing kind of like that, and then Microsoft like canceled all of those. Or, Crackdown 3 just didn't come out till this year, and nobody fucking likes it. And then Nintendo, oh my god. So yeah, the next thing I was going to talk about was Nintendo Switch. They have 2 more Nintendo Switches coming out now. One's like a smaller version, and that's going to replace replace your 3DS. And there's like a more powerful version coming out as well. But they're literally just doing that because they need to sell more Switches. That's really what it's about. But at least they are doing super good on the games and getting support for that. The new Pokemon looks pretty awesome. Can't wait to play that, and I'll definitely be streaming it. I want Animal Crossing. I want the Shin Megami Tensei game. I can't remember everything's coming out for it, but the music is loud. Oh fuck. Funny. I didn't even know that the music would play because I thought it was playing through my microphone, but apparently the way that my streaming service was set up, it was still playing for you off of the computer itself. So I had no control over the volume, so I just turned it off. Sorry about that. Like I said, I didn't realize it was still playing for you. And so yeah, also, I don't know if you've heard about Nintendo VR. Fuck. So Nintendo VR, as they're calling it, is literally just Nintendo Labo, but now you can shove shit in front of the screen in front of your face. Like it's not VR in any way, shape, or form. It's basically, I mean, you could almost call it augmented reality, but you're not in reality, so it's literally just strapping a fucking screen to your face, and then it pseudo moves around with you. And it only technically moves around with you by the fucking controllers anyway, so you can just like let someone else strap to their head and fuck around with them or something. It'd be pretty hilarious. It's bad. It's bad. Which is sad because like there's a whole lot of advancement in some VR lately. That sounds like they're pretty good. And PlayStation VR is actually PlayStation's putting a lot of support and money into their VR right now, which is nice. I'm actually looking forward to the No Man's Sky VR. I went out and bought No Man's Sky just for that. As soon as they announced that. And I did play like a little bit of it just to try it out, and I wasn't too impressed with it, but we'll see how much I enjoy playing it whenever I'm actually in VR. It'll probably be a little bit more enjoyable then. Next thing I was going to talk about is Dragon Age 4. So yeah. Yeah. Probably not even going to happen, because let's be honest, BioWare is going to get shut down. Like there's no way it is not going to get shut down. So it's sad, because I was looking so much forward to Dragon Age 4, and they were talking about, what were they talking about? On Dragon Age 4, they were talking about like how it was going to be a live service, and so people were already flipping shit, and we're like, no, you can't put all these microtransactions into it. And they're like, oh no, it'll just be like little extra stories that you're paying for. It'll be DLC, not microtransactions. And so, yeah. Especially because they like only just now started putting people on it from Anthem, which isn't even like hitting its fucking month goal within a year. Yeah. EA, the studio killer, is very sure, very correct. So Dragon Age 4 will be gone. Which is sad, because that means EA will just forever own the license for Dragon Age, and nobody can make a good game of it again. But apparently the original guy who had created the first Dragon Age games he's working with D&D, making stories for them now, I guess. We're helping them make games. Thought that was kind of cool. And I think last video game topic I was gonna bring up was whiny little Steam bitches. And it's just basically people with an unwavering obsession with Steam, because like with the Epic Store coming out now, like just really bringing them out of the woodworks, and it's a goddamn nightmare. It's just absolutely fucking insane, because like it just makes no sense. You want there to fucking be competition in the game industry, for one thing, because when there's competition, they start doing a little bit better because they want to look more enticing. And people from Steam don't get that, which is kind of ironic, because everyone hated the idea of even having Steam. Whenever Steam like first came out, it was the only way that you could get like Half-Life 2 or the first Portal, one of those two, and it was the only way you could play CS:GO, and that's why everybody has Steam now, because those games came out and those were the only ways you could play them, basically. I mean, obviously it did become the store, and it pretty much is the downfall of fucking PC gaming as a whole, because you can't buy physical copies of games. You just have to pay Steam so that developers can get some kind of money. And like that's kind of where Epic's coming in and doing a better job, is they're making sure that the developers are actually getting quite a bit more of that money, and then they're even paying for exclusivity. which helps. But yeah, it's just all these whiny little Steam bitches, man. Like, what was it? Epic just bought Psyonix, which is the creators of Rocket League. Rocket League, the game that's been out for like 5+ years, that everybody's already played and everybody already owns practically. And Steam people are going up on Steam and review bombing it because Epic bought it. Yeah, because they're fucking idiots. Oh yeah, Valve has always been like kind of the lazy shit show. Like as soon as they started up the whole, we're not gonna mediate anything at any point, like they just fucking destroyed their platform. And that's kind of like what's good about the Epic Store is, you get free games from it, like that you wouldn't normally get. The developers get more money, and there's not like a bunch of shit that people are just trying to resell you because they want money, and they're cheap assholes. And a bunch of asset flips. Anyways, that is all I want to talk about, so I will go ahead and open the comments section, and I will answer any questions that anybody who is watching has. To my 2 viewers at this moment. one being completely silent. Any video game questions that you might have for me? Yeah, it's very hard to find the good titles. I mean, unless you know what you're going for, you're gonna have a hard time finding anything on the Steam library. Good games coming out this summer. Well, I don't know about specifically the summer, but I'm going to get my list of, like, what's coming out / what I'm grabbing. So, like, new games I'm getting that are coming out here pretty soon. Trails of Cold Steel 2. Senran Kagura Peach Ball. They're finally releasing that for English release. And you had to order it through the site. Like, nobody's going to sell it in their stores, apparently. And sadly, we don't get a special edition like they did in other countries. Dragonstar Varnir. Getting that. I'm getting Kotodama, which looked like essentially Honey Pop. But it looked fun enough. There's a new Leisure Suit Larry game that's coming out here pretty soon. I was thinking of getting that. And then I also figured I'd try Data Live Rio Reincarnation, because I hadn't played any of the Data Lives and it was kind of slow. So I figured I'll go ahead and try that out since I know it's a hugely popular fandom. And this is the first game I believe that we're getting localization for. And then lastly, in July we've got Fire Emblem coming out, and I'll be getting a special edition of that. Those are the games I'm for sure getting. The ones that we're kind of not sure too much about. There's the Atelier Lula. I'm definitely getting that one, but I'm not even sure when the fuck that's coming out. Or no, I already had it paid off. That's what it was. I already had it paid off. I'm kind of interested in Sirento, which was like a VR ninja game. There's also Tover Saves the Universe. It's a VR game made by the creator of Rick and Morty. It's pretty interested in that. There's also Sonic Team Racing. A lot of people love the Sonic Racing games and say that they're even better than actually Mario Kart. So I was interested in getting that, but we'll see. Like I said, these are ones that I kind of just have on the list. So I don't know if I'm absolutely getting any of them. They're just ones I was interested in. Mario Maker 2 is coming out. A lot of people are super excited about that. We've got the first one, and it was fine. The 15 expansion. Apparently, if you have just... if you have the base game, you just get Heaven's Ward for free now. was what I was reading on something just recently. So that was kind of nice. And then yeah, the other game that was coming out here recently that I was interested in was just the Samurai Showdown one, which is basically just like kind of like HD remake of that old thing. Looked pretty good. I've been a huge Samurai Showdown fan. Any other questions before I take off? Yeah, subscriptions are always a killer, especially whenever you don't have time to utilize them, and because you are paying a subscription, so it makes you feel like you have to, be playing too. And then unfortunately, it just you get to that cap, and you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It feels more like a job. Vanilla WoW's coming out, yeah. Of course it is. It's hopping on. We're leaving. We just finished up. I mean, unless there's some other question that he wants to throw in right now before I take off. Although I think I'm gonna get with Narendra and see what time he wants to get on, because we were talking about the Avengers Endgame. We want to do like a spoilers where we just talk about it alive. Obviously, it's going to be separate from this one because I want to put spoilers for Avengers Endgame into this. Haven't been impressed with Final Fantasy XIV? Did you try out Blue Mage whenever that came out? I know that was a pretty huge deal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, isn't the new expansion is out, right? I'm pretty sure it's been out for a while. Stormblood, or no, there's like Swordbreaker now with the Gun Knights that look super weird. They look like Dante from Devil May Cry. Oh well, it's not that's ridiculously hard. It's just that everybody has to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a little bit harder with 8-man group than it is a 4-man group. I think, is Blue Mage even still in it? Because I heard it was going to be a limited time thing. But anyways, I guess that's enough. We'll take off for now, and maybe we'll be back on in a little bit. Talk about Avengers story. Spoiler heavy. So if you haven't watched that and don't want any kind of word on that, obviously don't check into that. But if you have watched and you want to talk about it, be sure to be on the watch out, because I'll be hopefully coming up with that live here pretty soonish, as soon as we get the right people in. Anyways, till then, take care.